to convert.
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
And Howard missing a lot of time last season with various knee issues. He's taken his training and conditioning regimen to a new level, it looks like, to kind of preserve his body for the long haul.
Good.
You know, you can give a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block.
And here's Beverly. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. From deep. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Beasley. And it's 9 points for James Harden. Kings have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, Butler again, Sacramento. And it's the Rockets with the ball. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
And here's Ariza following the three-pointer by Freak. It's Harden with the drive. Again, the miss by Harden. Kings have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Acey's shot is good.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Rockets trail by 3. Beverly with the ball. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Harden's shot is off. Sacramento's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Butler attacking, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
It's been a nice game for Butler. He already has 8 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Capella's checked in, and Moniunas subbed in for Michael Beasley. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Kufis checked in for Cousins. Caspi comes in for Quincy Acey. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. Beverly dishes to Capella, and that one is hammered home.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I was able to catch up with the head coach for the Rockets just a moment ago. When we talked about what they'll try to do on defense, he told me they're going to have to do everything they can to neutralize their opponent's high flyers, saying, quote, "We can't play above the rim like these guys, so we'll have to do our best to keep them away from the hoop." Gentlemen, easier said than done.
Thanks a lot, Doris. A strong season from Darren Collison cut short last year. Greg shut down at the end of last February.
Yeah, he had that issue with his hip, and that kind of ended things for him in what had been a promising season. A shame, since he was having the best of his career to date.
And here's Beverly following the three-pointer by Freak. There's a screen. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. And that one's good. Beverly.
Collison was having a career year last year, guys. I mean, 16 points a game was a career high for him, and he also shot more threes than ever before.
Outside Butler. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Ariza goes in. Here's Brewer. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Kings leading now by 7. Three-pointer, Butler. Rebounded by Capella. The open shot by Brewer, and it's Houston with another. Koufos. He got it up there. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the game he still loves. It's an interesting concept that Dwight. The new group on the floor for the Kings. The Kings have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. On the court for Sacramento, Butler, he's in at the point. Caspi is out there with Quincy Ace. Then there's Bellinelli.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. There's the pick. That's a 2 from Butler. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, after that great first quarter from outside, he's cooled down here.
Harden kicks to Howard. And that one's good. Beverly. Now it's a 6-point Rocket lead.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Out left to the wing. Caspi passes to Butler. 5 to shoot. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Houston leading by 6. Beverly with the ball. Butler covering. Got a piece of it. Butler with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. And he gets it to go.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Screen by Howard. And Beverly kicks to Capella. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Now here's Harden. Bellinelli is covering. And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Motiejunas is checked in for Dwight Howard. Here's Ariza. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Ariza's got his first 2 points of the night.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar. Once again, the defense letting them get open at the three-point line. That's a major mental mistake there. You've got to get to the shoot.
There's the pick. And Beverly kicks to Harden. 16 seconds left to play in the first half. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that. Butler from outside. That doesn't go either for Butler. Now Beverly. Here's Ariza. And it's Houston with another. And we've reached half. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
What a performance from Harden here. He's got 27 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
I think we need a calculator to keep track of just how many of those he's knocked down.
Beverly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Beasley out there with Howard. And it's Ariza in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Thinking about DeMarcus Cousins, Clark, when he was selected, people questioned whether he could stay out of trouble. Many doubted that, he could, but he has stayed clean really since day one.
Yeah, going back 5 years ago, a beat writer actually had the audacity to say he would end up in jail at some point, but Cousins has proved him and others wrong.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Suns was superb. He ended with 26 points and did his work from a pair of lines, hitting from both beyond the arc and from the charity stripe. Another strong showing from him in what has become a habit.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. They're going to make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
And with that Cousins story about the writer, Cousins actually called him out about that failed prediction. I mean, they made amends, however, with the writer eating his words and donating to a charity of Cousins' choice. And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Yeah, and for Cousins, it's never been a question of talent. I mean, many are glad to see that he's been able to stay focused really for the first stretch of his career. And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Beasley sets a screen for Beverly. Screen by Howard. Ariza has the open look. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And it's an 11-point...